never was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah. Every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight. It's always been our dream. Our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah. Gotta catch 'em all.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lincoln Pokemon League. We are back, and well, we are back for week number 3. This is going to be very exciting today, and we have something very exciting to talk about as well. We have the trades this week. So on the screen you can see the trades that have happened so far going by. It's going to be so far you can see all of the trades going by, but also yes, you did do well this window. But also, trades technically haven't finished. Players have until the end of today to finish trading. After that, trades are closed, and then they can start incorporating the traded Pokemon into their teams. But this is what we have so far. You can see all the trades going by in this little slideshow here. So I hope you enjoy that. Made this just before the stream. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this affects everything here. I've also added the trades up top in this corner here, if I can switch to them. There you go, you can see them going by in the top corner there where the logos are. So you can see them up there as well if you didn't know beforehand. So, we have a couple of games to do today. We are missing one game, but that's fine. I will be updating the tier list for next week as well, because technically these Pokemon that have been traded are not incorporated into the teams yet. So that's why this tier list here, this draft tier list, hasn't been changed yet. So we will be changing that very soon. But for now, let's get into our first few games. So, ooh, yes, our first game today. Can we get an order of the games? Geez, let me see. I normally just pick them up in the order that they are in the chat. Let me check for you. Let me check for you. So game 1, we're going to have the Freaky Flokies versus the Clobopus Brawlers. Game 2, we're going to be having the Drifloon Breezes versus the Dubious Dwebbles, and then after that I'll see what I can get up. But that's what I'll get up. That's what I can tell you for now. But with all that said, let's get into game number 1. Right, let's do it. So, we've got the Freaky Flokies and the Clobopus Brawlers over here. It's going to be a lead off with Celebi and Electivire from the Clobopus Brawlers here. Going to be starting off with that super effective Ice Punch. That's half of the Celebi's health there gone already, and setting up the Stealth Rock. Switch out into the Sizer. And then the Ice Punch. That's a good read there. Going to resist the Ice Punch. And a switch into the Heatran, saying hi to Matt there. Which is the player he's playing against on the Freaky Flokies. So there you go. Can I get a hi Matt in the chat? And now we have the Pelipper coming out. Magma Storm. Ooh. Gets trapped there. And then we're switching into the Corviknight. And a switch into the Swampert now. And this may be the Mega coming out here. But let's see. Again, back to switch into the Heatran here. Yeah, and it is the Mega Evolution into the Mega Swampert here. And it's going to hit with a Power-Up Punch, and the Heatran tanks it a little bit for 30%. But that Power Punch is going to hit the second time, and the second time is the charm here, and that's the first Mon on the board. And it's going to be into the Sceptile here. And the Mega Sceptile. These Mega Starters. Coming out here now. And a good protect there from Jensen. But the Ice Punch is going to OHKO that time. And it's 2 in a row for the Mega Swampert there. And the Earthquake again gonna OHKO 3 in a row for the Mega Swampert here. It might be a hashtag Mega Swampert sweep here. But let's find out. Switch into the Electivire. And back into the Corviknight. And into the Pelipper from the Freaky Flokies here. And the Roost going to bring up that Corviknight back to full health. Scald though is going to burn and do 36. That's going to do a little bit of chip there. And it's going to be a switch into the Electivire again. Jensen in big trouble this game here. Gonna really have to pull something out of the bag, are the Clobopus Brawlers, to attempt to win this game. But here we go, Morbius, gonna do 50% off of the Giga Chat Earthquake. And the Reflect! Okay, sets that up. The Power Up Punch. That's going to give the Mega Swampert 1.5 times the attack. And the Light Screen is also set up. So, some good little setup from Jensen here. But let's see what the Clobopus Brawlers can do with all of that setup here. Not much off of that Earthquake. It's going to be another OHKO, and that's 4 for the Mega Swampert. And now Morbius back up here. Morbius the Grimmsnarl. Waterfall also going to pick one up. It could be a Mega Swampert sweep here with just the Corviknight left to go. Let's see. Ice Punch. Gonna do a little bit there. The Rocky Helmet though, gonna hit back a little bit. And the Body Press isn't going to do anything there. And it looks like Mega Swampert might pick this one up here. Only 15% left. But the Roost is going to heal up the Corviknight, and this could be dangerous actually. The Rocky Helmet is doing a little bit of damage there. But however, the Corviknight has lost the flying type. Yeah, the Rocky Helmet is really doing a lot here. The Body Press. Surely Matt switches out this Mega Swampert, right? No! Goes for 45% health and takes himself out there. I'm not sure what that U-turn was for there. Probably just for the damage. But takes out the Mega Swampert. Now we're onto the Zapdos for the game here. Good to see that Jensen did get one on the board. At least one mon on the board for the Clobopus Brawlers, and it wasn't a complete sweep there. But Matt and the Fleeky Flokies are going to take a game number 1 here. And let's move on to game number 2. Straight into it. Let's go. We're going to go quick today. Straight on it. And we're going to be starting off with a Heatran from the Clobberpuss Ballers here. And again, the Celebi start from Matt and the Fleeky Flokies, but it's into the Jellicent this time, which we just saw earlier got traded away. Let's see how Jellicent does in this last set, in his last set for the Fleeky Flokies here. Got the Magma Storm and the Toxic setup here, has Jensen. Looking to be a better start, and the Stealth Rock is also set up. But a good recover from Matt there, and the Fleeky Flokies. Gonna heal up that Jellicent back to full health. But look at the chip from the Toxic and the Magma Storm. Laying on about 25%. But the recover, gonna come back up. And again, all of this chip. Doing 30% altogether there. And the Jellicent finally gonna protect here. And it's a good protect, because the Magma Storm would have got set up again. But look at the damage! Oh my goodness. Gets the Jellicent into yellow health with just the Magma Storm and the Toxic. But the recover, gonna heal up this Jellicent again. Just a couple of similar turns in a row, and it's finally gonna be a switch into the Sceptile. And the Palapa are going to take 25% on entry. Quarter of the health bar is gone. And the Leech Seed. Oh. You can really see the strategy that Jensen is going for here. Just looking to put in a ton of chip on the Fleeky Flokies here. But back into the Celebi for Fleeky Flokies here. And it's a good switch as the Energy Ball connects, but it doesn't do too much. Only does 21%. And there's the Dragon Pulse! That does 40. Matt uses his turn to set up the Stealth Rocks there. And now the switch into the Zapdos. Let's see what the Clobberpuss Ballers do here. It's just the Leech Seed. Gets the Leech Seed off for about 12% there. And it's a nice protect there from Jensen. Gonna stop the Hurricane coming through. And the Dragon Pulse gonna do 57, my goodness. But the Hurricane gonna OHKO. And the Fleeky Flokies taking first blood in this match, even though it seemed like Jensen is in control. Jensen and the Clobberpuss Ballers. Ooh, the Hurricane for 60%. And the Ice Punch going to take out the Zapdos here. But that Zapdos put in so much work with that Hurricane. That's the Sizer coming out. And switch into the Heat Fan. Stealth Rocks are doing a little bit of damage, but it's a good read by Jensen there to switch in the Heat Fan to stop the Bullet Punch there. Just tank that Bullet Punch. Now it's to switch into the Pelipper. And the Magma Storm gets set up. We saw how much this did earlier. And you can see it doing such good damage now as well. And the Toxic is set up again as well. Get ready for huge chip, but the Roost is going to come out. Ooh. And the Stealth Rocks get set up again. Jensen really pushing the strategy of the Toxic, Magma Storm, and the Stealth Rocks to try and do a ton of chip. The leftovers get set up. And the Magma Storm puts the Pelipper into yellow health here. And it's a switch into the Grimmsnarl for the Clobopus Fallers in Jensen. And the Roost. As well as Flying type being lost there for the Pelipper. And it's going to be switched into the Swampert. You would assume that Mega Swampert is coming out. And there's the Reflect from the Clobopus Fallers in Jensen. Yeah, and there's the Mega Swampert. And now, again, we'll be seeing this setup from the Grimmsnarl with the Light Screen and the Reflect to try and buff his team. And you can see this Grimmsnarl is just tanking these power-up punches here. And it's a crit off of the Play Rough for over half. And the Earthquake gonna come out, but just under half health there. Ooh, the Play Rough doesn't kill. Now the Mega Swampert is in the red. Gonna use Earthquake to take out the Grimmsnarl. That Grimmsnarl put in a lot of work there. Now we're into the Machamp. Ooh, and 61% with the Waterfall. And you have to remember that if Matt does switch out the Swampert here, if he wants to switch Swampert back in, it gets hit by the Stealth Rocks and dies anyway. So just tries to sack it there. It's a good play. Sacks it to get the damage off, and you can see how much damage the Stealth Rock does to that Pelipper. Oh, I've just been notified that Swampert lived the Stealth Rocks at 9%. There you go. I don't have calcs set up for these, so I don't know. I just have to go off of intuition. But, But the Reflect finally wears off there. And the super effective knockoff Gonna take out the Jellicent here. And that evens up the Mon count here. Oh, sorry, puts Jensen ahead in the Mon count, I should say. With 3-2. And 54% off of the Dynamic Punch and the Confusion. So it's just going to be the Swords Dance. And the Bullet Punch going to take out the Machamp there. 14% red health for the Sizer here. And that one is actually going to even up the Mon count. And the Stealth Fox are going to put the Heat Fan into yellow. And that's going to take out the Sizer with their Earth Power. Again, putting Jensen back into the lead. Clobbopus Ballers with 3 Mons left. Thiki Flokis with 2. And the leftovers are going to heal the Heat Fan back up to green health. Just over half. And the Magma Storm setup. We can see how effective this can be, especially since the Pelipper is on 27%. Oh my god! The Heat Fan lives on 1%. My goodness. And the Magma Storm is going to be taking out the Pelipper. The Heat Fan is somehow alive. Stays hanging on there. And gonna resist the U-turn as well. Sets up the Toxic. And surely it's all over to make it 1 apiece. And even up the score here. Yeah, that's going to be the super effective Magma Storm to close it out and make it 1 apiece. My goodness. Jensen played that well. And that Heat Fan surviving was so good. But let's go into this crucial game number 3 to determine who wins this set here. So let's start it off and see if there's any switches. None from the Thiki Flokis here. And none from the Clobbopus Ballers, just staying with their teams all the way through. No subs in or out here. And we're going to be starting off this one. It's going to be the Grimmsnarl start this time. Switch into the Swampert straight away. Oh, good read by Matt and the Thiki Flokis there to switch into the Swampert to stop the Thunder Wave, and it's going to be the Mega Swampert as well. And now you're going to be seeing the setup from this Grimmsnarl again. So ready to reflect. Ooh. And it's going to be a switch into the Sceptile. Power Up Punch gonna do 19% there. Gonna buff the attack. And into the Mega Sceptile we go. Oh, it's going to be the Protect! But protects the Ice Punch. We've seen that Ice Punch Oko so many times already today. Oh, the Protect fails! Oh no! And the Ice Punch is super effective and takes out the Mega Sceptile. That's so big! And it's going to be the Earthquake. 77% onto this Machamp here. And the Machamp dealing 50% and a Confusion, half of the health bar, to this Mega Swampert. It's going to be a switch into the Jellicent now. The Dynamic Punch, and it's a good switch for the Matt. Dynamic Punch doesn't affect the Jellicent there. So good read for the Matt. But the knockoff is going to be super effective. And no more leftovers for the Jellicent. But as we can see, this Jellicent can recover health. We're going to set up the Toxic. I'm going to switch into the Palpapra to reset the rain again. Knockoff, going to do 30. And surely this Machamp is going to dip down to the Toxic, but it hits the Confusion though with the Dynamic Punch. Yeah, does die to the Toxic there. And I would say Matt in complete control of this one. 2 Pokemon up. Going to be a switch into the Heatran now, and a switch into the Mega Swampert from Matt as well, and the Fleeky Flokies. Jensen uses this opportunity to set up the Stealth Rock. And a switch into the Corviknight there. And it's a good switch because it avoids the Earthquake. Good stuff there from the Clobbopus Fallers. Now switching to the Zapdos, and a quarter of the health gone from the Stealth Rocks. Oh, the paralysis off of the static there. And the Thunder is also going to be super effective. And it's going to Oko. Now, half of the Clobbopus Brawler's Pokemon gone. Now, a switch into the Electivire. And Matt and the Fleeky Floki is going to use this opportunity to switch as well into the Celebi. And the Ice Punch freezes. Switch back into the Heatran here. And the Frozen Solid comes out, and let's see if the Heatran can actually kill here. Oh, the freeze. No, the resist off of the Earth Power. And it's still another freeze. My goodness. And the Magma Storm misses. Oh my goodness. Jensen has not found a way to kill this Celebi despite all the freezes, and finally does so there. But my goodness, that was a lot, wasn't it? And now, Switching to Pelipper to set up the rain again, but gets hit by the Stealth Rocks and goes into the red health, and the Toxic Poison comes out as well. Yeah, the Roost really needed to come out there. Yeah. But the Magma Storm misses again. That's the second time that's missed there. And so now, the Defog comes out. To resist. On the Magma Storm there, but it is all set up now. You've seen Jensen use this strategy in all 3 games. Oh, 6%! Left on this Pelipper. Surely it's a Roost next turn. Sets up the Stealth Box. Oh, the Scald crits! And there goes the Heat Fan. But surely the Pelipper dies to this. It does. And now, it's the Grimmsnarl and Electivire against 4 Mons on the Fleeky Flokies. Fleeky Flokies have double the Mons of the Clobopus Brawlers here. The Earthquake gonna do 23% there. The Power Up Punch gonna do 6. The Reflect will set up nicely, and the Play Rough gonna do a solid amount of damage. And so is that Earthquake. Surely some Mega Swampert goes down. It does. Off of the second Play Rough. Second time's the charm. We've seen that before in this set. Now it's 3-2. But this Grimmsnarl is looking mighty low. And the Bullet Punch is going to be super effective. And now it's only an Electivire left for the Clobopus Brawlers and Jensen. %44 off of the Darkest Lariat there. But the knockoff gonna do an equal amount, only 2% less there. 42% off of that one. The Bullet Punch gets resisted though. The Darkest Lariat gonna take out the Sizer. But surely it's over. Switching to the Zapdos. Gets hit by the Stealth Rocks a little bit. The Hurricane misses! Oh my. Ice Punch is super effective. It's now 1 apiece. Oh my. Oh, and the Stealth Box did 2%. Oh, the Protect comes out. Darkest Lariat is going to get protected. Oh my goodness. 1 apiece in the last game of the set. But the Darkest Lariat is going to close it out. The Electivire takes out 3 Mons to win the Clobopus Brawlers the set. Oh my goodness. Wowee. The Electivire comes through. My goodness. Right. I will now try and get the next game set up for you guys. But while we're waiting for that, I will do really quickly a hydration station that was redeemed earlier. There you go. Today's drink of choice, lemonade. And while I'm setting up this next game for you guys, why don't you have a look at the trades that have been made so far? Rightio. Just setting up this one really quickly for you guys. Do. Thank you, Matt. I made these today, actually, just before the stream. I even got your last little trade in as well. The one you posted like an hour before the stream. I managed to make that one in time. So there you go. So, our next game up will be the Drifloon Breezers versus the Dubious Dwebbles. Let's get that game set up. Right. Oh, that's a bit big. There we go. Right. Oh, that isn't. There we go. There we go. Right. Let's get into this next set right here of the Drifloon Breezers versus the Dubious Dwebbles. And we're going to start it off right now. Quasar of the Drifloon Breezers saying that he is the fire. And that's from the film we watched that night, actually. So there you go. Highly recommend Triple R to anyone who hasn't watched it. Or the RRR. It's on Netflix right now. Great movie. But while we're saying that, let's get into this great set of games. And it's going to be into the Rotom Heat. There's a good switch there from Ginge. That stops the Earthquake from Melmetal. And does over a quarter health using the Volt switch there. And it's going to be into the Skarmory. Double Iron Bash, also going to do over a quarter health there. Ooh, and a super effective Thunder Punch coming out there. Seems like Ginge has a fan in the chat there. There you go. But we're going to set up the Psychic Terrain. Going to be switch into the Salamence here. And into the Blissey for Ginge and the Dubious Dwevils. Ooh, the counter fails there. And that was a great crit from the Crabhammer. Good stuff there from this Crawdaunt. But Quasar saying the crit didn't matter in the chat there. Ginger's contesting that argument, saying the Calcs had it, but super effective off of the flamethrower. And into the Alolan Ninetales now. The hail coming out. And the Rotom H. Going to be switched in. Moonblast. Gonna do some damage there. And the Overheat gonna Oko. Big hit there off of the Rotom. Now the Crawdaunt. Out again. It's into the Galarian Weezing here. And the Aqua Jet is going to do 29%. Gonna be Tapu Lele. Again, setting up the terrain here. And the hail, gonna do a little bit of chip. And the Melmetal can be switched in here. Ooh, the confusion off of the Strange Steam. But the hail stops now, and there's the burn off of the Will-O-Wisp. Ooh, but the double Iron Bash is super effective, and that does 61% altogether. It's going to be a switch into the Blaziken now for the Drifloon Visas. Ooh, the Destiny Bond. Okay. Haven't seen that one come out yet from Ginge. That Destiny Bond. Gonna be the Strange Steam. Ooh, yeah. Maybe the Drifloon Visas were expecting a switch in there to hit that Earthquake, but was going for that hard read, but doesn't get it. Weezing just levitates above. And the Strange Steam doing 40% there as well. And the Flare Blitz gonna clean that one up. Oh, and the Blaziken also goes down off of the recoil. Now, 2 mons down for both teams. Gonna be the Crawdaunt coming out here. And straight away a switch into the Salamence. Gonna pop that Intimidate, and because that Intimidate gave that negative effect out, it's going to be straight into the Skarmory for Ginge and the Dubious Dwebbles. And again, just trying to play around each other with these switches at the minute. But now the Skarmory going to roost it back up to almost full there. Now the Crabhammer is going to crit! Hooey! That's the second crit from the Drifloon Breezes this game. Now we're going to set up the terrain again. The hidden power isn't going to do much. Neither is the... Well, to be fair, the Moonblast does over a quarter of the health bar there. But the Overheat is going to pick up that feint right there. And it's going to be 3 apiece now. It feels like the Drifloon Breezes are playing a game of Protect the President with this Crawdaunt here. Drifloon Breezes really want this, I think, Crawdaunt to try and sweep the Dubious Dwebbles a little bit. Doing very hard to keep that Crawdaunt, playing very hard to keep that Crawdaunt safe. But the super effective Earthquake off of the Melmetal. And that Earthquake right back at you. Taste of your own medicine, and that's going to be the Melmetal knockout. So it's going to be into the Salamence here. The Flamethrower going to be resisted there from the Rotom. The Hidden Power going to be super effective. 86% putting Salamence into the red health bar there. But the Roost going to put him up to over half. The Hidden Power finally going to pick up the kill. Second time to the charm again. We've seen that a lot today. Now the Crawdaunt coming out here. Drifloon Breezes were protecting this mon all game. Gonna pick up the first one on the Rotom. Going to be into the Mega Tita. And Aqua Jet gonna do 54. Oh, the Crawdaunt loses over half its health to that Earthquake right there. But the super effective Aqua Jet gonna take out the Mega Tita. And this Crawdaunt is in the red health here. It's going to be the Excadrill. 1% in it between these two. But there's the super effective Aqua Jet for the fourth one, and it's a Crawdaunt sweep there, taking out 3 Mons in a row for the Drifloon Breezers to pick up game number 1 in this set. Great stuff. So, let's go on to game number 2. Let's see if it's more of the same, or if the Dubious Dwebbles can adapt here. So we're going to the T-Tar for the Dubious Dwebbles, and the Alolan Ninetales for the Drifloon Breezers. And immediate switches here from these two. Super effective Rock Slide. And a super effective Flamethrower right back at you. I think they both did the same percent. They did. Both 69% there. And now, the Sandstorm going to do a little bit of chip, and the Rock Slide going to pick up the kill. Now the Crawdaunt going to be switched in here. And it's an immediate switch out into the Skarmory from the Dubious Dwebbles. But it's a good start from them. 64% there from this Crawdaunt. And the Crabhammer are going to pick that one up. And straight into the Rotom Heat. And switch into the Ninetales. Going to set up the Hail. The Volt Switch. Going to do 28% there. And a switch into the T-Tar. Likely into the Mega T-Tar here. But we'll see. Trying to win this weather battle here as well. And it is into the Mega T-Tar. But the Moonblast, gonna do 28. And the Iron Head gonna be super effective and take out the Ninetales here. Switch into the Blaziken here from the Drifloon Breezers. And into the Galarian Weezing, and it's a Swords Dance here. Gonna buff up that attack. And this Blaziken has the speed now as well, and it's a crit off the Flare Blitz. Not gonna even have the time to Destiny Bond this time around. Now that Excadrill comes out. Into the Melmetal. Oh, just about survives that. And it's going to be a switch into the Rotom here. into the Crawdon. And the Aqua Jet. Oh! The Rotom's alive on 3%! And the Volt Switch is going to pick up the kill on the Crawdon. Now into the Blissey. But the super effective close combat. Gonna Oko there. Now the close combat gonna pick up a second here. Oh, this Blaziken in the red health now. Gonna be the Flare Blitz. So that's definitely gonna take out the Excadrill, but let's see the recoil. Ooh. 6% left on this Blaziken here. Oh, there it goes off of the Sandstorm. Now it's going to be Tapu Lele, and it has to be Rotom Heat from the dubious Dwebbles here. And this Rotom Heat is only on 3%. Surely it's all over. Yeah, there's the GGs in the chat. Hooey. And Sam says that Ginge got him sweating there, but the Drifloon Breeze is gonna pick it up. 2-0 there. Good stuff. And now I'll get our next game set up. Give me 2 seconds to see what I can get up for you guys. Remember, we only have 4 games today because the Sleepy Shroomish had to DQ on their game. Okay, let's see. So next up, we're going to have the Tectonic Tyrants versus the Growlithe Burnouts. Right here. Whoop. Let me set up the scoreboard here. There we go. Scoreboard all set up for this one. So let's get right into it. With game number 1 of set number 3. Oh! Hi! Hi there, Vamamex and the Growlithe Burnouts. So there you go. But it's going to be starting off with a fake out. Oh, the flinch! To start off here. And 33% from the knocked off item here. Oh, you expect singing? Okay, okay. Maybe in a little bit. Maybe in a little bit. I understand the nicknames now. My goodness, but that's super effective. What slide? Guess the Oko. I thought it was gonna be all Beatles songs, but it's just the lyrics to that one song. Okay. Brilliant. The weather ball. Gonna pick up the knockout there. And into the Victini is... So I'm guessing... So the Growlithe Burnouts is the lyrics to Here Comes the Sun, right? And the Tectonic Tyrants, are they just biscuits? Right? I'm assuming it's just biscuits. But here we go, the burn. Onto that, and it's going to be a pickup of the feint there. Making the Mon count 5-4. And a Heliolisk comes out here. Oh. That's not a biscuit. The Dark Pulse gonna do 91% though. We're going to go into the Rotom W here. It's going to do just over half there. Into the Volt Switch, which is going to get resisted there, keeping the Heliolisk in. Going to be switch out into the Azumarill. Okay, this is one of my favorite biscuits, by the way. I love pink wafers. The Pink Panther pink wafers, they go insane. But back to the game. Into the Gyarados. Can I hit him with a play rough for 35%? And back into the Rotom W. Oh, and the Power Whiff. Gonna pick up the kill there. Gonna get the attack boost as well. And into the Victini here. Oh, even though it was resisted, that's still 42% there. Down to the Life Universe and everything coming up, and that's gonna be an Oko. After finding that one. Onto the Victini. Now it's the Azumarill. Finally gonna pick up the KO on that Gyarados there. And that makes it 3 apiece. Into the Heliolisk. And that Thunderbolt is super effective, but the Azumarill survives on 2% and gets the play rough off. Oh my goodness. Wow! Back into the Whimsicott now. And it's going to be a switch into the Mandibuzz in an attempt to keep this Azumarill alive. Now the U-turn. Switch into the Azumarill. Okay. And a switch into the Reneregus. The Tectonic Tyrants, quite a lot of their mons are low here, but the U-turn isn't very effective. And the Prankster gonna swap the abilities there. It's into the Volcarona, first time we've seen it this set. And the Fiery Dance gonna pick up that knockout there. Now it's 2 apiece, but the Azumarill is on 2 HP. Yeah, as you can see. Switch into the Whimsicott. Yeah. The Aqua Jet comes off, but it's not effective enough to pick that one up. It's gonna be the sunny day. Knockoff gonna do 7%, and the Azumarill just doesn't have the damage to pick up knockout on this Whimsicott here. The U-turn gonna take out the Azumarill and put it out of its misery at this point. Gonna switch into the Volcarona. And so you'll see the Mandibuzz come out now. Bug Buzz does 37% there. Into the Knockoff, which does a similar amount. And it's a switch into the Whimsicott, which dies to the Stealth Vox. So now, it's 1-1 apiece. Oh my goodness, look at how much the Stealth Vox did there. Oh, and he survives the Fiery Dance! And it's all over! Survives on 4%! Wow! We've had so many close games today. That is a my goodness for me. Wow! It all came down to those last mons there. But that's going to be game 1 to the Tectonic Tyrants, and let's get straight into game number 2 of this set here. Let's see if the Growlithe Burnouts can bring one back, or if the Tectonic Tyrants sweep it. Let's head straight into game number 2. So we're going to be starting off with the Azumarill here. And also the Whimsicott coming out. Switch into the Victini. And it's going to be the Sunny Day getting set up there. Gonna set up the Tailwind. Whimsicott, such a good setup mon here. And the blue flare is super effective, and Oko's that Whimsicott there. Now we're into the Heliolisk. And the Dark Pulse gonna shoot an Oko right back. Picks the Scrafty up here. And into the Fake Out there. Ralph Burnout's gonna use this opportunity to set up the Stealth Rock here. And the Knockoff gonna do 44. Leaving the Growlithe Burnout Mon on exactly half here. Drain Punch. Going to get some of that life steal there. The Scald gonna crit. No burn though, and that's gonna pick up the KO. But the poison is doing a solid bit of chip here to this Scrafty. When the Weather Ball gonna pick up the knockout there. Four mons apiece now, and switch into the Azumarill. And into the Gyarados here. And then Gyarados says it's alright, I can tank that move there. I'm gonna use the Power Whip. Oh, the Ice Fang misses though. Gyarados says that one's not alright. And faints for it. But into the Mega Charizard here. The Aqua Jet does over a quarter of the health bar there. The Solar Beam gets absorbed there. And the Heliolisk coming out. It's going to be a Waterfall for 58%. And the Solar Power is going to do some damage too. And that's going to be a fainted Heliolisk. Now it's 4-2. The Tectonic Tyrants with double Amons. And into the Mega Charizard Y. Aqua Jet. Gonna keep being super effective against this fire type here. Air Slash going to pick up quite a bit of damage there. But the Waterfall going to pick up the knockout there. And now it's all left to Volcarona. The Aqua Jet going to be super effective. And surely it's all over. Even the Bug Buzz not going to knock out this pink wafer here. And neither is the Burn. Oh my goodness. The Azumarill stays alive. And the Tectonic Tyrant's going to pick that one up. 2-0. Right. Let me set up the last game of the day here. The last set of the day, I should say. And we'll get onto the trade so far slide as well while I'm doing that. Remember, these players have until the end of the day to complete their trades. So there could still be some more trades coming in. I'll try and update you if they do come in. And also, mini update, the Growlithe Burnouts do get an extra point for making 3 or more trades there. So, they get that extra point that unfortunately hasn't been added to the scoreboard just yet. It will be added to the scoreboard next week. Because technically trades haven't finished yet. And so do the Thiki Thokis. You're completely right, Revermex there. Because trades technically haven't finished yet, those trading points have not been added yet. So they will be added to the scoreboard next week. Just to update you on that front. But for now, let's get our last game up for today. And it's going to be the Shooting Starlies versus the Meowth Moolah Makers. Oh, that's gone off the edge of the screen. That I will make that a bit smaller for you guys. There you go. Have the full name on there. Perfect. Right. Let's get this final set of the day going. With the Shooting Starlies versus the Meowth Moolah Makers. It's going to be the same nicknames from last time that we saw from these teams, it looks like. It's going to start off with a substitute there. And it's going to be the opportunity taken to set up the Stealth Rock and the Magic Coat there. And Copycat used. So, just going to switch into the Garchomp there. Fails the Encore. And going to use the opportunity to Swords Dance here. Oh, and Encores the Swords Dance that time. So we're going to switch into the Latias. So it's going to be a switch out into the Gardevoir. And into the Mega Latias we go. And the substitute. And it's a Mega for Mega here. Into the Mega Gardevoir for the Shooting Starlies. Going to Moonblast the substitute there. It's going to be the Calm Mind again. For the Latias, really buffing it up. The Moonblast does 40% there. And the Roost going to restore 50%. Moonblast again. Yeah, and it's another Roost. Is he going to Roost back up again to get to full health? Yep. There it is. 2% off of full health there. But it's just going to be Moonblast Roost so far. And it's another Calm Mind. Oh my goodness. Gonna tank that Moonblast there. And gonna Roost. Yeah. This must be so frustrating for the Shooting Starlies. Just seeing Roost. And Calm Mind and Roost. And another Calm Mind for the Meowth Moolah makers. So what moves have we seen from this Latias so far? Substitute, Calm Mind, and Roost. So the Psyshock gonna get resisted there. And it was a big Toxic that landed there as well, yes. You guys are completely right. The Roost back up to full there. And the Metal Blast gonna fail. And it's finally going to be a switch off of the Latias into the Clefable. And the Aromatherapy. Going to cure the poison there. So we're going to get the switch into the Zorora. And the Wish going to get set up there. Ooh, Plasma Fist. Now this is a move we saw last time. With the Ions as well. Which turn the normal type moves into electric type moves. It was an interesting move we had to talk about last time on the roundup. And now the Duracell challenge. The Volt Absorb! Oh, yes! Great switch in from the Meowth Moolah makers there. But it's a good switch from the Shooting Starlies as well. But the Earthquake gonna knock out the Minun. Now we're going into the Rillaboom Eliminate here. Yeah, it's going to be the Grassy Glide off of the grassy terrain there. Going to do a lot of damage. Oh, and the Fire Fang doesn't kill. It's going to be a switch into the Milotic. And the Salazzle gets switched in for almost a quarter of the health bar into the Stealth Box. And the Substitute. Is that 3 Mons on the Meowth Moolah makers that have used Substitute so far? Quite a lot of Mons on that team with that move there. And the Scald gonna be super effective. And the Shooting Starlies looking control of this game here. When we went Moonblast Latias Roost, it looked like it was a bit closer, but now the Shooting Starlies and Kondo looking to just find a way to take out some more Mons here. Oh, and the Wish from earlier gets pocked and sets up another there. The Poison. That is 6%. Oh, and the Rillaboom into the Stealth Rocks. Gonna knock it out. And the Garchomp. Oh! So Showdown doesn't display your HP, and I thought I left the Stealth Rocks. Oh no. That is unfortunate there. It rounds up 13% from 12.5. Oh no. Well, apologies that happened to you. But learning experiences, I suppose. There. And the Roost comes out. And into the Amoonguss. Hooey and the foul play. Oh, the Psyshock! Doesn't kill just yet. Switch into the Bastiodon here. And the Psyshock gonna get resisted this time. So all 4 of Latias's moves have been discovered here. Yeah, gonna be the Roost there. The Metal Blast fails. And into the Melodic. Going to use the Calm Mind there. Psyshock gonna do a lot of health there. 67% to be exact. And the Psyshock gonna knock out this Melodic. Let's see if the Meowth Moolah makers can reverse the situation here. Now into the Calm Mind again, and the Moonblast gonna take out the substitute. Calm Mind gonna get stuck again. Moonblast gonna do 25% there. And the substitute getting set up. And the Will-O-Wisp fails there. So, going to get the Roost off. Heal up again. Going to take out the substitute. And set it back up again. And back into the substitute again. And we finally hit turn 50 here. Got the half century off. And the Roost. This is so frustrating, surely, for the Shooting Starlies here. And it's a missed Will-O-Wisp as well. And then the Calm Mind. The Moonblast, gonna do a quarter of the health bar there. And another substitute. Oh, goodness. And the Roost. The Will-O-Wisp fails again. And the Psyshock gonna do 86%. Even though it's not effective. The Psyshock gonna pick up the kill there. And now the Meowth Moolah makers looking to even it up and do so with that Psyshock. I know, such a huge crit there. Wouldn't have killed without it. And now the Garchomp only on 7% too, and the Psyshock gonna pick up that one too. And it looks like to be a Latias sweep over here. Sets up the substitute. Probably gonna Roost. Yeah, the Toxic gonna fail there. Oh, it's gonna be a Calm Mind. Not a Roost. There you go. Metal Burst fails. There's not much that the Shooting Starlies can do here. Yeah, and it's just going to be an FF right there from the Shooting Starlies on turn 62. Hooey. So the Meowth and Moolah Makers go 1-up in that one. And let's see what happens in game number 2. And the Wood Hammer just starts off with it. Just 73% to the Bastiodon, but also 50% to himself there. Off of things like the Rocky Helmet and the recoil. It's going to be a switch into the Salazzle here. Sawara comes out. Switch into the Minnie Mouse there, the Mernon. And the Plasma Fist's gonna get the Volt Absorb off. Looks like there haven't been any subs on either team there. And the substitute. Swords Dance uses the opportunity to pop that. And the Encore forces the Swords Dance again there. Let's switch into the Among Us. Switch into the Eliminate and the U-turn. Gonna do just over a quarter of the health bar, and what's the switch gonna be into? It's gonna be back into the Minun. Or Minun, however you pronounce it. But into the Salazzle here. And the substitute goes in. And the Torment as well. The Meowth Moolah Makers have a strategy in terms of this substitute and are really sticking to it. Just under a quarter of the health bar gone off of that flamethrower there. And the Earthquake is going to get rid of the substitute there. And another substitute setup. Sets up the Swords Dance here as well. Can't pop Encore this time, but still tormented there. And into the Earthquake. It's gonna be a crit onto the Substitute. And another Substitute setup there for the Salazzle. Scale Shot gets rid of it. And there goes 50% of the health bar, and there goes the Salazzle. Back into the Rillaboom here. Could be a Grassy Glide, maybe, off of the grassy terrain. But not going to get the chance to because of the Fire Fang. Now into the Aegislash. Gonna switch into the Blade form here. And use the Shadow Sneak to pick up the KO there. Now we have the Amoonguss coming out here. And into the Shield form. Gonna get the Protect off. So here we go now. Back into the Duracell challenge. Foul Play gonna do 19% there. But does get the HP regen. Substitute takes this tiny little mouse really, really low into the red percent there, into the red. Oh, and the Encore. So Sludge Bomb must get reused, and that takes out the Minun. Now we're into the Aegislash here. Switch into the Milotic. Going to pop the Swords Dance to double that attack. Scald for 22%. Now triple the attack off of the second Swords Dance here. Now into the Blade form. Looking to get some damage off here. And does with a Shadow Sneak, 71% there. Scald does 53%. Oh my goodness. But Shadow Sneak gonna pick up the KO. Now back into the Amoonguss. And back into the Shield form. I'm going to get the Protect off as well. And Foul Play, gonna get blocked there. Which is really good because that drops the attack of the Amoonguss as well. And the Iron Head Okos. Now it's 3 apiece. It's looking very similar to last game, where the Shooting Starlies get off to a good start, but the Meowth Moolah Makers just bring it all the way back and sweep with a single Mon. It's a good protect there off of the play rough, and again, that drops the attack. The Shooting Starlies really want this gone and finally get it gone. Oh, wait, no! 1% left! Wait! My goodness! I didn't even realize, I just thought it was dead and started looking at chat. But it's alive on 1%! So Shadow Sneak gets to take out another one! Clefable now sent out 2 apiece. And into the Mega Gardevoir here. Psyshock. And the Wish comes out here, setting that one up. And another Psyshock putting Clefable into the red here. And the Moonblast gonna come out. And the Wish going to heal the Clefable back up. Psyshock doing 41. Yeah. So, game just gonna set up the Wish and heal up with the leftovers and start setting up the Protect so the Wish can come a bit sooner. The Shooting Starlies really want this Clefable gone. And the Will-O-Wisp misses as well. Moonblast does 31% there. I'm gonna set up the Wish again. But finally there is a burn. That's gonna start chipping away a little bit. The Psyshock gonna do 40% as well. Oh, 5% left on this Mega Gardevoir. And the Wish comes through as well to heal this Clefable back to full health. Mega Gardevoir, Psyshock, I bet it's gonna die for it, surely. Yeah, there's the Moonblast. And here comes the Zeraora. Grass not gonna do enough, and this could be all over here. Gonna pop the Wish. It's gonna be setting up the Protect here. And try and wait for that Wish to come through. Grass Knot gets protected there, and there's the Wish. Grass Knot doesn't do a lot there. Moonblast gonna do 46% there. And surely that's the indication that it's all over. Yeah, Grass Knot again. Probably gonna be another Moonblast. Yeah, there it is. I need one more attack to win it. Yeah, the Grass Knot crits, but doesn't matter. It's going to be a Moonblast to end the game and end the set and end today's recap. the Meowth Moolah Makers take it 2-0 over the Shooting Starlies there. Really well done to everyone here today. Absolutely great stuff. Just to remind you all that all the trades... Oh, there's a Dan Dabs on stream, so I will do that. There you go. Whew. Okay. Right, so, just to remind you all at home, the trades will take effect next week. There is still 2 hours left to trade Mons. So, there still could be some more trades incoming. I will update you on them next week if there are any more trades. And obviously, the tier list here will be updated as well to show you what Pokemon each team has. As well as that, the points for trading have not been included for this week. So when you see the stream end slide results, the points for trading have not been included for this week, as the trades have not officially taken effect yet. They will take effect in 2 hours time. So have a great time, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this recap, and I will see you next time, guys. Cheerio.